Say again. He says he has 8 hostages. He's going to kill them all. He's in 10 minutes. He wants $10,000. Giving me a 10-second countdown. Time I heard no one else in the background. Floor, second bedroom. He's saying he wants an officer to come to the door with the money.
Keep checking out the shades. Where are you guys?
Welcome to this Bridgewater Now update. I'm John Luck. You just heard some of the police communications during Tuesday's hostage situation that turned out to be a hoax. This started around 4 a.m. when a male said he had numerous hostages in a home on Aldrich Place, and if he was not given what was reported as $10,000, he would kill the hostages. There were more calls by the same person making different threats, but when officers came to the house, everything looked fine. It was at this point somebody in the house called Bridgewater Police and said that a man was threatening them on the social media app House Party and was going to hurt the person. Police then made the connection at that point that the person on the app and the person calling the police station was the same person. The person actually told police that he was calling from Ukraine. While this incident is being investigated by the Bridgewater Police Department, Police Chief Chris Del Monte hopes that parents use this as an opportunity to talk to their kids about social media use. A collision between a motorcycle and a car has left one person dead. The crash took place at 11:50 Thursday morning on Route 18, and that's when, according to police reports, the car, a Toyota sedan, crossed over the center line and hit the motorcycle head-on, sending the rider, whose name has not been released, to Good Samaritan Medical Center, where they were pronounced dead. The driver of the sedan was arrested after police determined the male driver was under the influence of drugs. The man will be arraigned in Brockton District Court on Friday. Coming up on Wednesday afternoon, a presentation will take place at Bridgewater Pediatrics on Pleasant Street. A gallery was facilitated by Photo Voice for students at the high school on the topic of gambling. Students will be in attendance to show off their work. The event takes place from 4 to 6 p.m. coming up on Wednesday afternoon. Summer Rec is in its final days for the season, and the kids got to play with some animals down at Legion Field. This has been a tradition over the past few years, bringing a goat, a pig, some ducks, and some rabbits for the kids to play with. And it looks like they all had a good time there on Thursday morning. Sending it over to Jeff Fowler now for weather, and the animals were pretty warm down there at Legion Field along with everybody else. Right now it's not so much the heat that's getting everybody, but it's more the humidity. So when will they both start to come down?
John, it was another steamy one out there this morning. That seems to be the trend here this summer, but I can tell you cooler and drier air is on the way by the time we get to this weekend. We got to go through some rain first. It's now moving its way through the central part of the country, Great Lakes, and now approaching Pennsylvania and Ohio. We got some downpours in Williamsport, Pennsylvania right now, where the Little League World Series is beginning day one of their action, so there could be some delays there. Again, it'll take about another probably 18 to 24 hours before this makes its way across New England. But you can see some strong storms now moving through parts of Pennsylvania. That's a little precursor of what we'll have in our area by tomorrow afternoon. Here's the front tomorrow, maybe around midday. The storm system's starting to strengthen here, almost like a fall-type storm system here. It will have a front that'll be dragging through the region. So early on today, we'll have the typical cloudy, foggy conditions, and then the heat is on tomorrow afternoon once again before these storms start to approach the area. So tomorrow night and again on Saturday, we'll see this front start to collapse now towards the East Coast. Is it the end of the heat wave? Maybe not quite, but definitely some cooler, drier air moving in for parts of the weekend, not Saturday, but certainly by Sunday. Before we get to that, though, we got to go through some strong weather here, and this will mean business. Maybe a few tornadoes, central, western Mass, but we all have the chance for some damaging wind gusts, some large hail, and some flooding rains. All of those scales pretty high for Friday night into Saturday. So for tonight, again, temperatures generally either side of 70 degrees, few showers moving through western parts of the area. They should stay away from us at least for one more night. Tomorrow, the front starts to march east, sunshine early, storms late, and highs generally in the mid to upper 80s. Thinking about heading to the beach tomorrow, I think you can do it till later on in the afternoon anyway. We'll have late storms coming in. Temperatures on the mild side again, 80 to 85. South winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. You got a high tide just after 4 o'clock, and the sunburn index is on the moderate side. Once again, here's your forecast then as we go through the weekend. Again, that rain and storms moving through later on tomorrow through at least the first half of Saturday, and then Sunday cooler and drier in, highs upper 70s. That should about do it. Mid 70s on Monday with sunshine, few clouds, and a northeast wind, so it's going to feel radically different here. We start to warm up again on Tuesday, and I think the humidity is back at us on Wednesday. Enjoy your weekend, everybody.
All right, thanks, Jeff. Looking at your health today, the U.S. FDA has issued a warning to parents about the use of over-the-counter teething gels containing benzocaine for infants. According to doctors, not only is there no evidence that benzocaine can actually help relieve teething pain, but can cause very serious complications for young children.
It can actually induce a phenomenon called methemoglobinemia, which can be potentially fatal. And what that involves is when the oxygen-carrying cells in the bloodstream become altered and they can't carry oxygen anymore. So children can actually obviously suffer horribly from something like this.
Benzocaine is a topical anesthetic that was previously marketed to parents for relief of a young child's pain from teething, sore throat, canker sores, or gum irritation. The FDA issued letters to companies who manufacture teething products with benzocaine, asking them to no longer sell the products for market use. Side effects of benzocaine products include shortness of breath, fatigue, headache, lightheadedness, and rapid heart rate. Side effects can happen after just the first use, but it can still happen after multiple uses, and sometimes you can feel the effects just hours later. If your baby is experiencing teething pain, the best thing parents can do is give a cold, not frozen teething toy to chew on. The FDA website has information on which medications are safe for children to take at certain ages.
If you have your hand on a bottle of something you've never given your child before and you have your phone, there's no reason why you can't look at the FDA website, or even if you're very concerned, call your pediatrician right then and there before you even buy it.
And it's important for parents to know that just because a product is sold in the store, it doesn't mean that it's necessarily safe for infants. So it's always a good idea to ask your pediatrician if you're unsure about any product. Thank you for watching this Bridgewater Now Update. I'm John Luck.